Hi you guys, it's Wendy coming to you with a project share. This is actually several projects that are going out. I'm going to try and get these things out in tomorrow's mail. The first thing I wanted to show you guys was that I'm sending out the winners' prizes for my Washi giveaway. And previously I had shown you guys the Washi wallet that my friend had sent me in the mail, and I wanted to show you guys what I came up with for mine. And so here's the finished project. So this is basically the back off of a paper pad that I had recycled and kept just for the sake of having some heavier cardboard. And I scored it with my scoring little machine. And then each of these, of course, comes up so that you can kind of use whichever flap you want. Of course, I'm hoping, because I reinforced this with some pretty heavy-duty double-sided tape, I'm hoping that people won't just tear the little cards out. That'd make me super sad. Primarily just because this took me a long time. But anyway, yeah, you can see how those work, and that basically my thought process on it is that you could attach some little grommets on the upper corners and hang it on a wall, or because it's heavy cardstock, you certainly could kind of have it as a little display in your craft room. And of course it does fold up for the sake of mailing, and you could just put a head wrap band on it. Although, I guess in my experience, what I'm learning from the washi samples that people have sent me is that if you don't use them in a long time, and if they get things set down on them, the adhesive will actually be really hard. The washi sticks to itself, and then it's really hard to get off. So I don't recommend that to anybody. But I did make 3. So I made this kind of teal and green washi tape display. And there's paper. I forgot to mention there's paper on the back. So it's all decorated up. So there's the teal and green. There's kind of a spring themed one with the green and pink and orange. Again, it's the same tape inside, same premise. And then for the grand prize winner, along with the other washis that are individually going to be in the package, there are actually more washi samples in this particular packet. And the unfortunate thing is that when I put more washis in, there are 23 cards in each of these second and third prize little packets. And then I think there are 32 of them in this grand prize winners package. And when I put more in, the really unfortunate thing is that it won't close. You couldn't make this a little packet if you tried. So again, what I'm hoping that the prize winner will do is either be able to kind of set it up as a display in their craft area, or they could hang it, you know, put some wire and some grommets. You could hang it around a doorknob, you could put a little nail up and hang it over a nail, or just store it flat. Of course, I think that there's something cool about that. And again, being able to just flip things up, use from whatever washi that you have, you know, are needing for whatever project you're working on, and then it's there. And then of course, as things become used up, you could always wrap new washi on there or replace the cards if you use one of them for a project. So I mean, I think it could endlessly kind of look like this, quite honestly. So I'm getting those mailed out. I also am super late on this. Jennifer Crum and I agreed on a ribbon for glitter and sequins swap. And so I'm mailing out this little thing. This little plastic holder actually came from Kathy's Cards originally. And I made a little holder for the glitter that I'm sending. And this is actually a Sephora bag. And I put some Dollar Tree duct tape on it and have a hairband around it. But it's essentially holding little packets of Tim Holtz Distress glitter and some packets of sequins. And then additionally in there, I have reused the washi tape containers from Dollar Tree to store some little tiny vials of glitter. So I'm super late on getting that sent out. I will be sending that out here shortly. I'm too late for today's mail. We just had some stuff going on and I couldn't get there. But I'm gonna get that mailed out tomorrow. Additionally, I granted a wish for a pocket letter, a vintage pocket letter. And so I made this one. And it is just, let me see if I can kind of show you the individual pockets. I just grabbed one of my little Ziploc baggies and it was my neutrals. And I just went to town with any little tidbits that I had. And I started to like the idea of having little bits of fabric and rickrack. And so I just kind of worked with that theme and still have to get that stuffed with things in the back before I get it sent off. But that's gonna go out. I made a birthday card that's meant for a dude or a guy. And so I made this out of one of my jelly prints. And so it's actually layered with 3 separate jelly prints. And then I just did a bunch of vintage images and tried to keep the color scheme neutral. Added a little copper bow at the bottom because there's copper paint in my jelly prints. And inside it says it's time to celebrate. And I've lined it with some more of the jelly print. And mainly I did that. It wasn't my plan to do this, but because I had jelly printed on a folder, the name of the folder was actually right here, and I of course didn't want that on my card, so I covered it. So there's that, and there's the jelly print on the back. So I made that. And then also going out, Betsy Doodle on YouTube is having a hand of friendship challenge. And so I made her, I traced my hand and I made her this. And it's kind of representative, I think, of me and the things that I like. It's got the measuring tape and the clock. It's got cats. I like cats. These little crafty scissors and glasses because I like to read. It's got my initial here. And then, of course, this color combination is my very favorite. So I thought that was fitting. So I'm going to send that off to her. This card is actually for her husband. She's doing a really sweet thing, and she is collecting birthday cards from all of her crafty friends, and she's keeping it a surprise. And so he's going to get, I think she's up to, gosh, I don't know, 40 entries. And so he's going to get this giant stack of really beautiful cards, and I think that'll be really special for him. And then I think I'm going to stop the video here, and I have one more project that I'm going to do as a separate project share. So thanks for letting me share, and I will be right back. Thanks, you guys.